back to the... Oh, my God! What'd you do with your hair?
Oh, yeah, that is true. First episode with the new cut. Let me know what you guys think. Do I look like Buzz Lightyear with Down syndrome? That's the question of the day.
Comment W Slim Shady down below.
Do not comment W Slim Shady.
All right. I kicked Maddox's butt yet again. You know what's funny? What I think about, have you won a week?
Probably not.
I don't think you
have.
have.
We may have tied like
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. If
I don't
so.
know. I probably haven't.
So I went 8-5. Maddox went 6-7. My record on the year is 79, 41-1. Maddox is 66-54-1. I got a 13-point lead.
Yeah, no, I'm cooked.
So remember last year? So at this point last year,
did you check?
Yeah, you were up 5 on me.
So I'm cooked.
Hey, and think about it, I got cooked.
Yeah, I'm cooked.
So this is something to think about maybe
what
for next
are
week.
You gonna want?
No, this may be a funny thing. Maybe we cut down the games a little bit, and then it's like a double or nothing kind of to where we'll cut down the games and we'll keep playing. And if I still win, you have to wear the maid dress and give me the jersey.
Why would I have to do both?
Because I'm cutting down the games to get you a chance, give you a chance.
What do you mean by cutting down the games?
Like instead of being up by 13, maybe I'm up by
like you give me a few game lead, but
like I'm up by like 8.
Honestly, I would take that deal because I'm not scared of wearing a maid dress. I probably look hot in that shit.
I know, that's why I wanted you to do it, just so you can
I
wear
would
the maid dress.
actually be down with that probably next week. If
We'll see how these games go this week.
Mike's
I
pissing
need
me
to take
off.
your pencil.
Oh, that's way better.
We'll see how these games go this week. But the games we got real quick before we just cap up all the games. I got Bears-Ravens. We both got that wrong. We both got Jets-Bengals wrong. We both got 49ers-Texans wrong. We both got Cowboys-Broncos wrong. I got the Steelers-Packers wrong. You got the Vikings-Chargers wrong. Womp womp. And you dumbass motherfucker got the Bucs-Saints wrong. I actually wrote a note last week.
That was my dumb pick of the week.
I actually wrote Maddox Def screwed himself last week.
No, yeah. I like I've said multiple times, there's always one game I look back at. It's like, why did I do that? So the first thing is I just had to pick against the Bucs because that's the only game I know that I can get different from you, right?
Yeah.
And it was a division game. Like, even when the Saints weren't very good last year,
it was close for a minute, too.
I know. Y'all's defense, came in. The Saints' defense played pretty good. You see Tyler Shutt got the starting job next week?
Really?
Yeah, they're starting
I don't think he even deserved it. Like, they both looked the same.
Yeah, they literally both did the same exact
So when you text me Tyler Shutt legacy game or whatever, I was going to text you back, laughing because that was funny. But I was like, imagine he comes back after I type laughing.
Dude, that
emojis.
would have been kind of sick.
So I was like, I can't say anything.
That would have been sick for me.
But let's just go ahead and go through the games real quick this week. First game, Thursday Night Football. Really.
Pull his stats back up.
Yeah, 10-37. Vikings lose to the Chargers. I'm glad I switched the fucking Chargers.
Yeah, because you were like, it's crazy. Because you were like, if you are super confident in the Vikings, I'll switch to the Chargers just so you can get yourself a game, right? And I told you to switch to the Chargers. Pretty rough, First thing we got to talk about, if you're watching, you're a Vikings fan, not even just Vikings fan. I've seen it all over Twitter, all the Instagram comments. That interception at the beginning of the game by Isaiah Rodgers was a pick six, and there's literally no argument otherwise. Even the analyst who came in the booth said he maintained possession of the ball the whole entire time through the ground. You don't have to have both hands on the ball to have possession. You can have possession with one hand. So refs can lick my balls. Now, we lost by 27 points. In the grand scheme of things, did that really affect much? Probably not, but when that's the first
momentum early on,
exactly,
yeah, that affects
a lot. The first score
of
the game that could have affected a lot going down the road. However, it's hard for me to blame the refs when we have all these problems we're about to dive into. Which, first off, Carson Wentz playing through that crazy injury he's been playing through.
15 for 27, 144, a touchdown, a pick.
He had 2 picks. No,
he only had 1 pick.
Oh, he did only have 1 pick. Wow, shout out Carson Wentz. But yeah, he was playing through a pretty bad injury, which I didn't realize the severity of it. But I mean, man, the reason my head is buzzed right now is because of Carson Wentz. He put me through so much stress that
Well, and you suck at bowling too. That
didn't help. But Carson Wentz was the final decision. Can you look up a little bit about Carson Wentz's injury that he was playing through?
I'm already ahead of you.
I think it was a torn labia.
Makes NFL retirement decision after. Oh my gosh, he's retiring.
I just saw that he was undergoing season-ending surgery. That's what I saw. I think it was a torn labium.
Bro.
Labium's in the elbow, shoulder area.
I just should have been on Twitter immediately.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, just keep talking about the game because this shit's being retarded.
All right. We once again had no run game. Aaron Jones is back in the lineup, and to be fair, we were losing a lot of this game, so it is hard to get the run game going. But Aaron Jones, 5 for 15, averaged 3 yards a carry. Jordan Mason only had 4 carries for 3 yards. He averaged less than a yard per carry. Man, when we can't run the ball, there's just nothing we could do. I really thought with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason going into the season that we were going to have a really good run game, and we just haven't been able to get it going. Now, that being said, we did only have 11 rush attempts this game because, like I said, we were playing from behind literally the entire game, but this isn't just a problem this week. This has been a problem for the last few weeks in a row, so I'd really like to see that get addressed because if we can't run the ball, we're never going to win football games.
It's his shoulder alignment, so that's all I've been able to find. But yeah,
He was playing through a pretty bad injury. He should not have been playing, like if we're being realistic. But, yeah, no run game again, and at the same time, no run defense again. Vidal, 23 carries, 117 rushing yards, 5.1 per carry and a touchdown.
I picked him up in fantasy, hopefully.
Yeah, so Justin Herbert had 62 rushing yards. Patterson had 30 rushing yards. Like, multiple games we have not been able to stop the run, so we can't run the ball. We can't stop the run. We are getting dominated on the line of scrimmage when we spent all this money in the offseason building the interior offensive line and building the interior defensive line. What was the point of doing so if we can't run the ball and can't stop the run? It's actually like really frustrating to watch. And I feel like not all season, but these last few games, we have been terrible on first down. It was really bad against the Eagles. We gave up multiple 3rd and longs. And this game, the Chargers got to do whatever they wanted on 3rd down because Herbert played lights out, 18 for 25, 223 touchdowns. He did have an interception. Should have been 2 interceptions because Isaiah Rodgers had a pick 6 at the beginning of the game. But so all season, we have allowed 31 of 86 conversions on 3rd down, which ranks around the middle of the league. However, we have the Brian Flores Vikings defense. We're supposed to be one of the better defenses in the league. We should not be ranked in the middle of the league in 3rd down conversions, and we shouldn't be letting a team drop 37 on us with the injuries that they have right now. There's really just no excuses for this performance. This was probably the worst game I've watched us play all season. Like, I feel like even in that Falcons game, we played better because at least they weren't really winning the game until the 4th quarter because of how good our defense was playing. Our defense was getting rammed through this entire game. Like, it's actually really frustrating to watch this team. Why couldn't I have just picked to be a Chiefs fan or something whenever I was a kid? Because this shit is old.
You can still switch to the Bucks if you want.
This shit is getting really old.
I would say, so there are some, I think JJ's back.
He's officially back for the
So, like this, y'all got a big game. Like, if y'all lose this next game, y'all see, you've been saying y'all season is over. If y'all lose next week, y'all season's over.
Now, couple things about JJ. First off, never lost in the state of Michigan. We're playing against Detroit in Detroit. Gotta factor that in a little bit.
That's not going to mean shit, bro.
But
that's
no,
harder.
It doesn't mean shit.
That's actually harder to do. That Lion Stadium's insane. And it fucked up Baker because we weren't prepared with Baker didn't wear a
Baker's
wristband.
not undefeated in the state of Michigan.
True.
No, my concern is JJ didn't look great the first 2 weeks, and I was okay with that because this is his first year starting. But these last 3-4 weeks, however many games Carson Wentz played for us, like this was supposed to be his time to be developing and learning the system so that by now we knew what he was and he was able to play good football.
Yeah, but also he's getting to develop and learn the system. He has the headset in. He's learning the plays, doing all that, but he gets to watch it.
But he also did all that last season, and then we saw how he came out the first 2 weeks against Chicago and against Atlanta. Like, he needs on-field experience at the end of the day.
True.
And he hasn't been able to get it because of his injury, and I'm just kind of worried, like, since he didn't get that time to develop, we saw how he played against Atlanta. That's his most recent NFL game. He's going to have to take a pretty big jump against one of the top teams in the NFC, arguably the best team in the league in the Lions. Like, I don't have much confidence going into this next game, but this is mainly a game recap. Like, I just want to see JJ play some good football. Even if we lose, just at least give me some hope for next season because, like, I'm actually starting to get depressed being a fan of this team. But I think that's all I got to say. And fuck the refs, by the way. Fuck the refs. Fuck the refs. The refs can die. Fuck the refs.
All right, next game. My favorite game of the week, probably. Dolphins, Falcons. You're an idiot.
That shit pissed me off because I literally, in the game picks, was like, I thought about taking the Dolphins. And you were like, you know what? I think I'm going to take the Dolphins. And I was like, okay, take the Dolphins.
Because I kind of want to take the Dolphins.
So I was originally the reason you took the Dolphins. And then Kirk got announced that he was playing. And you even asked me if I wanted to switch to the Dolphins. And I knew Kirk is definitely taking a step back, but holy shit, I did not know he was that bad. I was like,
co-host texting you about giving you a chance.
Well, yeah, but I'd already texted. What's funny is I'd already texted you and said I'm sticking with Kirk, and then you texted me like again. So.
Oh, that's fine. Well, you texted me when I was on the road driving, so I was like,
but yeah, I thought Big Kirko woke up dripping like that, but he did not.
Not today.
He played really, really bad. Bijan, how many carries did Bijan have? Because dude, it was bad.
9 carries.
9 carries. There's one specific play I'm thinking of where it was 3rd and 2, and we're handing the ball off to Tyler Algier. I'm sorry. What are we doing? We have the best running back in the league, and we need 2 yards on 3rd down. We're giving the ball to Tyler Algier. And this defense, holy shit, this defense has been pretty good most of the season. Like, they've been pretty shocking, and then they come out and let Tua play like he's Patrick Mahomes, a quarterback that's been getting shit on all year. I don't think I get your reference.
You don't get my reference? So he had the left eye injury coming into this game. So his
I
left
didn't
eye
even
was
know
like
that.
fucked
That's
up.
crazy.
And so like every touchdown he was going like this, like over
That's
his
so
helmet.
fun. I didn't even know that. But yeah, Tua, honestly, shout out to Tua. He played a great game. It was good to see their offense finally get going, but I just did not expect it to be against this defense who has been kind of shocking this year.
I loved it. I loved every part of it. That was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
Next game, probably the craziest game of the week. Bears Ravens. Did
Yeah,
not
wow.
expect Tyler Huntley actually came out and looked like
No, you know what?
a shitty Lamar,
Like,
but that's what they
even
need.
after
Way better than why are they
Exactly.
playing
I was just about to
Cooper
say,
Rush?
the first couple drives, the first thing I thought of watching this game was, why was Cooper Rush ever starting on this team? Like, Cooper Rush is a great backup quarterback, but he does not fit the scheme of the Baltimore Ravens whatsoever. Like, their team takes a step, like, almost like half of their play calls can't even be called when Cooper Rush is in the game, I feel like.
No, yeah.
These designed, like, RPOs and runs with Lamar Jackson. But, dude, they balled out. Tyler Huntley actually looked pretty good. He managed the game pretty well. Defense looked better than they have most of the season. But Caleb, honestly, even these games they've been winning, Caleb hasn't been doing much.
Caleb
Their run game.
misses a few really bad throws.
Yeah,
a
and
game.
the last 2 weeks they won, it was really the run game that was getting
Yeah.
them these wins. We haven't seen Caleb like step up big time and play a super good game since Dallas.
Yeah.
And like we said multiple times on the show, when you play against Dallas, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because I think anybody could go out and play NFL caliber. You might be able to throw for 100 yards against the Cowboys.
I could throw 100 yards against any NFL team. But
Okay.
Derrick Henry finally had a little bit of resurgence, 21 carries,
Thank
71
God,
yards,
my
2
fantasy
touchdowns.
team needed that.
Do you want to trade him?
No.
Zay Flowers finally cooking, and Roma Nunze for my fantasy. That was nice. No, honestly, this game was crazy. I don't have much to say besides the Bears just kind of showed they might be frauds.
Yeah, they definitely.
They looked
'cause, I mean,
legit
this,
for a
this
second.
defense has been really bad all season, and the Bears just couldn't put up touchdowns. They could not get it going in the red zone. Like, it was just, their defense stepped up big time, but I don't really know if that's a knock on the Bears offense or if Baltimore's defense is just starting to figure it out like they did last season. I don't really know. Maybe this is what they needed to get shit together on the defensive side.
All right,
of
the
the ball.
game I did not get to witness because as I was watching the new games, the Bucks started at 3:05, so I didn't get to finish a few games. New York Jets, Cincinnati Bengals.
What a game, bro. I want to say at half, the Bengals were up by like 14. I'm not. Hang on. Let me fact check myself. Can you give me a water? Is there waters in there? Okay, no. Going into halftime, it was an 11-point game. Going into the fourth quarter, it was a 15-point game. And then the Bengals got outscored 23-7 in the fourth quarter alone.
And this was not a game the Bengals could afford to lose.
And this was honestly like, I thought the Jets were going to cover because the spread was like 7.5, but I did not think that the Jets were going to win this game whatsoever. I actually expected this to be like a pretty low-scoring game. I thought the Jets could slow the Bengals down a little bit, but I didn't know that Sauce Gardner was out going into the game originally. Jamar Chase got like 17 targets again, by the way. Like, this shit is actually like, it's awesome. But it's
Let me
stupid.
see if
like,
I can pull up. Oh my god, so dumb. I would say, this is my official Lennon Hillman hot take. You ready?
I'm ready.
I don't think you've heard it. This is my scorching. I love doing hot takes when it's early on because they age like shit, you know?
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn sucks. He's not a good head coach.
Oh, no, I
When
agree.
you're a defensive coordinator and you come in, I don't give a fuck. Your team's worse than you were last year on defense, kind of with the same pieces except Justin Fields now when you go with the whole running game and your running game looks mid.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Robert Saleh is laughing somewhere.
yeah, for real.
You know, they had like, so last year when Robert Saleh was there, they had like a top 5 defense in the league, either in yards or points. I don't remember which one. And
Robert
then, like,
Saleh wasn't there last year, I don't think.
Or I'm sorry, I think he was there last year. He got fired at the beginning of the season last year because Rodgers was injured the first year. Saleh remained the head coach.
Okay.
Rodgers was healthy last year.
Okay.
And then after Saleh got fired, literally like within 3 weeks after that, they were bottom 5 in the NFL in defense. So
True.
that goes to show Robert Saleh was not the problem. It's just the New York Jets as a franchise. And I agree with you that Aaron Glenn's not very good. These last couple of games when we have chances to put up points at the end of halftime and we're letting the clock run out, I'm really not a fan of that, especially when you're a team as bad as the Jets. But
I hate that. Bugs me. That shows bad coaching when teams in the 2-minute warning don't execute. The quarterback doesn't know what they do. You have mental mistakes.
Yeah. But honestly,
That just shows coaching because you have 2-minute warnings every meeting.
Yeah.
You know, and like certain teams execute that. That's good coaching more than it is good players. You know,
But hey, still a great game from the Jets. This was a very entertaining game to watch. Brees Hall put up an absolute
18
masterclass.
carries, 133 yards, 2 tuds.
and had a passing touchdown on the day. Can't forget about that. That was a sick play call. I don't
That
know
was
why
sick.
you're running that play. And what's crazy is when they went for 2, they were down 14, they score and they go for 2. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I know it's like the analytic play because They say 2-point conversions are like 50-50. So if you get the first one and then you score, you kick a PAT and win. And if you don't get it, then you're likely to get the second one and tie it up. I'm not a fan of it because if you don't get it, you're kind of just screwing yourself over. But they got the 2-point conversion, went down, scored again. I feel like this shows a lot on the Bengals. Like, I get maybe Aaron Glenn just made some good adjustments going into the half because y'all were dominating on offense in the first half, and you put up 14 points total in the second half and let the Jets drop 26 on you in the second half.
Well, the Bengals just have a shit defense. Like, it's the same thing.
I know, but I'm saying, like, if you have this big of a lead with as good of an offense as you have with the weapons you have, there's no reason you should be letting the Jets make a comeback who have been struggling heavily on the offense side of the ball. You literally have the Jets owner coming out talking about how bad Justin Fields has been playing this season. Like, there's just no reason the Jets should have came back and won this game. However, I'm very happy for Fields.
And that shit was awesome to watch.
Yeah, it was awesome to watch, and Justin Fields seems super happy after the game. This was a collapse from the Bengals defense, bro. They can't be affording to lose games if they want to be at a good state
when Burrow
comes back.
Yeah,
especially games to the Jets. Like, if you give up,
especially the Ravens winning now.
Like, this is a game you need to win because you're gonna have to face the Ravens later. You're gonna have to play the Steelers later. A team like the Jets, who's 0-7, you can't be slipping up games like that at all.
All right, next game, most boring game of the week probably. Bills Panthers. Sorry. Fuck you, James Cook. Saquon finally goes off in fantasy, and James Cook just has a career game.
Yeah, I also took Panthers plus 7.5, so that was pretty rough. But
really?
Yeah.
Wow. With Andy, so you. Oh yeah. So let's talk about this. Me, Bryce Young, D1, Bryce Young Glazer. I think finally it showed like they would not have looked this bad with Bryce Young.
Well, I don't know if you remember. I told you this last week at League, and honestly, it makes it look even worse now that I think about it with the game we just talked about. Last week against the Jets, the Panthers put up like 10 points all game. I think they won like 10-6 or 13-6. Like, Bryce Young did not play very good, or he played pretty terrible the week before against the Jets, who just let the Bengals drop 38 on them, and it took the Jets dropping 39 points to win the game. I think Bryce Young has been getting a little overhyped this season. Like, he's been tending to play better in the second half, but he didn't play great against the Jets, and I think we kind of skimmed over it because it was just such a butt-booty game. I think it's not even just necessarily a Bryce Young problem. I think this offense just isn't very good.
I think Bryce Young got hurt during that game, and that might have been why it was a low-scoring game.
Andy Dalton came in for a little bit, but I don't think it was till late.
It wasn't that late. Bryce Young was 15 of 25, 138 a ton. I mean, yeah, pretty low stats.
I mean, he played the whole entire first half, and they put up like 3 points in the first half. So clearly he didn't do a great job, but he's been struggling in the first half all season. But like I said, I don't even think it's just a Bryce Young problem or an Andy Dalton problem. Now, don't get me wrong. Andy Dalton played some really bad football.
Yeah, that was a big
I think their offense just isn't very good. The offensive line isn't very good. Tedrow and McMillan has been pretty good this year. They can't figure out who their running back one is.
I know. I get you paid Chuba Hubbard. Rico Dow has a hot hand.
And they also just couldn't run the ball against the Bills, especially when you fall behind that much.
Well, dude, Rico Dow is averaging 5 yards a carry, and they gave him 8 carries.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But they had some bad turnovers. There's really not much to dive into this game. But one thing I want to say about the Bills is I think the Bills are kind of frauds. Like, this was a pretty crazy win, but the teams that the Bills have beaten this season have a combined record of 3-21, I believe. Okay, actually, that can't be true because they just beat the Panthers. But they have the combined record of the teams they've beaten is really bad, bro. Because they beat. I don't even want to dive too deep into it, but they're kind of frauds.
Yeah, they have a test this week.
I think I wrote down the wrong number or something because 3-21 doesn't make sense.
Well, they have a test this week playing the Chiefs.
So they've beaten the Ravens, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Saints, and now the Panthers. Those are the teams they've beaten this season.
Wow.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's not too much to say about this game. That game was kind of ass.
Honestly, the most shocking game of the week, the Anaheim wants to kill you game.
Yeah.
49ers, Texans.
Man, I just can't figure out what the Texans want to do now because before last week against Seattle, now I think Seattle is a far better team than the 49ers. But I picked Houston to win. I said I think Houston's going to start creeping up into the wild card spots, trying to make a run at the end of the season. I think they're going to be second place in the AFC South above the Jags. And then they go out and play terrible against Seattle, and I kind of lost hope. I was like, I'm done with that idea already.
Yeah.
And then you come out against San Fran, who, yeah, they're injured, but for whatever reason, the Texans were favorites this game. But in my opinion,
touchdown favorites.
In my opinion, the 49ers should have been winning this game with how they've been playing recently, especially considering how Houston's been playing recently.
The Texans' defense, dude, is legit.
Yeah, it's really legit. And honestly, I thought the 49ers defense was legit, and they're super injured right now. But, dude, they let C.J. Stroud play some ball, dude.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud, 30 of 39, 318, 2 tuds, 1 interception, and had some really good
Arguably his best game, or not his best game of the season, because he did good against Tennessee and Baltimore. But this is his only game this season without Nico Collins, and he balled out. So maybe he's like he just doesn't need a one. Maybe he's like Josh Allen,
Yeah. Hey,
Not
shout out.
actually, because I don't think Nico Collins is the kind of like diva-ish guy. I feel like he's just out there to play
Well,
ball.
Nico Collins isn't a wide receiver 1, according to you.
Whatever, bro.
You did say that.
So like 2 years ago.
Literally, not even.
It was like a year and a half ago because I said it at the beginning of last season. So lick my balls.
It's literally closer to a year than
Okay,
it is a
whatever.
year and a half.
It's like this
All right, dude. The Browns Patriots. Drake May's him. I think that's for sure. Myles Garrett. Everybody's like, oh, I feel so bad for Myles Garrett. I'm like, I don't. And he even told me that. And he was like, do you see everybody's like feeling bad for Myles Garrett because he's doing all that? I was like, and he literally like said he wanted. He asked to be traded, and then they said we'll pay you the most money ever. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
So like, I don't feel
that bad for him. However, holy shit, 5 sacks is nuts, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
I only did that like twice ever.
it's really crazy because like it really shows how bad the Broncos offense really is because the Browns defense is on the field the entire time. Because if you're putting up 5 sacks, and how many points did the Patriots score?
32.
Yeah, the Patriots scored 32 points with the defensive player getting 5 sacks. Like, how are the
First time ever a player has had 5 sacks in a game and their team lost by more than 3 points.
That is like that's just there's no
Is
excuse
that
for
and
that.
they lost by 3 touchdowns.
There's no excuse for that. Kevin Stefanski is definitely done by the end of the year. I want to see Shador play a little bit, but
Dylan Gabriel's playing solid. The team sucks.
no, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. The
Because I'm
problem
kind of
is
Dylan Gabriel guy, but it sucks.
I don't think Dylan Gabriel looks solid at all. I think he's pretty bad.
I think the Browns just
I
suck,
mean, the
so it's
Browns
hard
do
to tell.
suck. Don't get me wrong.
I think Shador's better than Dylan Gabriel, so I think
that's why I
kinda-
want to see Shador. The only problem is Shador's going to come out and play basically the same football as Dylan Gabriel because this offense just isn't good. And then everybody's going to say Shador's a bust, should have never been drafted, blah, 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 blah.
Well,
But Drake May is...
if you had to guess who the Browns' leading rusher was, who'd you guess?
I mean, I would guess Quinshon Judkins, but I know he had a really bad game.
It was Malachi Corley. He had 1 carry for 31 yards.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. I mean, when you're losing the whole game, you really can't run the
Dude,
ball.
I bet the Browns wish they had a top 5 quarterback in Baker Mayfield.
I bet they wish they had Nick Chubb and Baker Mayfield right now.
Do your homework.
I don't have
Oh,
too much to say about that game. I mean, I think that went how everybody expected.
this game, electric. I was driving home, and I'm watching Red Zone. Saquon Barkley breaks a 75-yard touchdown, and I have him in fantasy. Peak fiction. And then fucking James Cook had to do that. But also, Cam Scatterboo, man.
That injury was bad, bro.
I know, that sucks. Breaks my
And
heart.
also, like, you texted me this. Why are we banning the hip drop tackle if we're not going to punish play? Like,
Yep.
I had a conversation today where it's like, if somebody, whether it's intentional or not, it doesn't matter. Because I'm not saying the player, obviously the player didn't mean to snap Cam Scatterboo's ankle in half.
Of
Nobody,
course not.
but let's say I unintentionally lead with the crown of my helmet and knock a player unconscious. I'm suspended for multiple weeks.
Targeting.
Yeah, but if I hip drop tackle a player, whether it's intentional or not, and they snap their ankle, I should be suspended for multiple weeks because I broke the rules and another player is paying the price of it rather than me. No flag on the play. I don't know if they've came out and fined him yet, but I haven't heard anything
No, they'll
about a
fine him.
suspension.
They'll fine him.
But
They
he should
fined
be
Rashad White like $50,000 for like trucking to do with his
He
helmet
should
down.
be suspended. He will be fined because the NFL fines literally everything, but he should be suspended for multiple games in my opinion because
Well, not multiple. It should just be like a targeting then at one game.
But because they don't ban you for multiple games on targeting unless you come back and keep doing it. But he should be suspended for a game because if this was something like a targeting, it's illegal for a reason, and this is the reason it's illegal. So you should be punished for doing so.
No, I agree, and especially or just another counter argument because you're going a little. I'm not saying you're going extreme, but you're going more of the extreme standpoint.
Yeah.
Just fucking call it more. Y'all haven't called it for shit this season. I've seen it multiple times not called, and I'm
I don't
like,
even know if it's been called once, not in a preseason game.
exactly. Thank you. Like it has not been called, and like so, players are gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, it's gonna cause people to do it less.
Yeah, let's not ban plays if we're not going to call penalties when it happens, and then, call the worst pass interference calls all season I've ever seen. Like you're going to call pass interference on a DB who's getting tackled by a receiver, but then you're not going to call a hip drop tackle on somebody who's literally snapping somebody's ankle in half from a hip drop.
But with this officiating this game, that's something we
Dude,
just.
oh my god, it was bad.
So yeah, they blew that play early with the Kayvon Thibodeau reached out. It might be the way to stop the tush push.
Yeah.
Is
They also blew a whistle on like a field goal or something, and
it fucked over the
it
Eagles.
fucked over the Eagles. So it was just bad officiating the entire game. Like the officiating this year has just been unacceptable, bro. Like I feel like multiple games each week, and obviously this is the case every season. But dude, there's been some really, really bad calls.
Oh, it hasn't
single
been this
week.
bad. Like this has been the most really bad.
Like the first one that comes to my head is last week. That Giants pass interference that got called at the end of the game was one of the worst PI calls I've seen all season. Like the receiver is literally tackling Riley Moss, I think it was. Like if anything, it should be OPI, but we're calling a DPI on the 1 yard line where the Giants' only intention was to draw a pass interference. Like, we should not be rewarding that. The Packers-Steelers game this week, Aaron Rodgers throws a go ball. It's like a couple yards short. DB's playing good coverage. Receiver has to come back to the ball and obviously runs into the DB, and we're calling DPI. It's like, at a certain point, am I even allowed to play defense? Because, like, it's actually getting really, like, annoying watching all these PI calls and missed calls at the same time, or overturning shit that shouldn't be overturned. Like, the officiating sucks this season, like, really bad.
Yeah, it does. Well, I think the Eagles look really, really, really solid.
Yeah,
I think the Giants look pretty good. I'm so sorry, Giants fan, that y'all finally got a quarterback with some light.
And Malik Neighbors gets injured before he even gets to play, and then now you got...
Yeah, and dude, Scadaboo, like, with that broken leg, like, he's going to be out, like, a year. So, like, he's going to miss some of next season, too. Like, really sad.
Eagles finally got the run game going. That was good to see. I'm happy for them doing that. I mean, the Eagles, I wasn't too worried about them all season. Like, I didn't think that they were great yet, but I knew they would get great. But I was just waiting for the time to come, and I think we're starting to get there because we saw Jalen Hurts throw for a perfect pass rating against my favorite team, and then we watched Saquon Barkley run all over the Giants.
Well, yeah, prayers up for Cam Scadaboo.
Shout out Cam Scadaboo. Prayers up.
All right. Game of the week. Buccaneers defeat the Saints.
This might have been like the furthest thing from the game of the week. This game was shit.
Anthony Nelson.
This game was terrible.
Dude, Anthony Nelson's him, bro. He had so many, like, every time I see him play, he makes plays, and he's 6'7", so, like, when a quarterback gets away from him, like, he just has to dive, and he gets him. Made that sick play.
Wait, is he a starter, or was he only playing because,
Hassan Reddick was
Hassan
out.
Reddick, that's the only reason he was starting?
We didn't even need him.
Y'all need to just bench Yaya Diaby and just start that guy.
Dude, literally, thank you. That's what I was telling Annie. But Baker Mayfield, I think, didn't have a terrible game. The Saints' defense, I would say, their defense is pretty solid.
They played a really good game.
Their defense is pretty solid. If it
wasn't for y'all's defense stepping up big time, like y'all could have lost this game.
Yeah, their defense gave us a lot of good looks. So this is funny. So with the Bucks. So I've been kind of crediting Rachaad White a lot for him stepping up when needed. But so basically with Bucky Irving this season, we were top 5.
He's supposed to come back?
Huh?
Do you know him?
He's gonna be back.
Next game.
Yeah.
Y'all are on bye this week, right?
Yeah. So we were top 5 in every rushing category, every single rushing category, and we're bottom 5 now without Bucky.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So
bad.
like that just shows like when Bucky comes back,
him.
dude. When Bucky comes back, our team's gonna even elevate.
Yeah.
Emeka Ibuka's playing hurt, so I think that kind of shows. But our defense is healthy and playing.
Yeah, the receiver play this game was pretty bad because whenever y'all were originally losing all y'all's receivers, like when Baker was missing Mike Evans, Egbuka, Chris Godwin, and McMillan, he still played lights out and the receivers look great. But the last couple weeks, it has not been the same case whatsoever.
Yeah, for sure. I think people kind of schemed us a little bit, and Sean Tucker stepped up too. But man, should I do it, Maddox? Do I do a formal apology, or does he not deserve it yet?
I've been trying to tell you this, Lennon.
Does he deserve
You
a
asked me at
formal
the beginning of the season if I would like him on my team, and I was like, yes, I want us to trade for him.
And he took a pay cut, dude. He took a massive pay cut.
I wish we would have traded for him. There's rumors about us trading for him, and we didn't do it.
Jamildy.
Give him your apologies, bro.
I've said some fucked up shit about you. Jamildy, if you come across this for some reason, don't watch previous episodes, because I've said fucked up shit.
You watch previous episodes, because I've been...
Fucking sucks at announcing, dude. So he comes out, Tyke Smith gets hurt, right? Our starting strong safety. And then he just comes out for the first play. And then Anthony Parrish makes a really good tackle, our starting slot corner. Jonathan Vilma was like, great, out of way for a rookie to step up when the starting safety goes out. Out of way, man, da-da-da. Tyke Smith comes back in, and he's like, oh, they're running a new nickel formation now with the slot corner now that Anthony Parrish is balling out. Todd Bowles is giving him a chance, saying some dumb shit like that. And it's like, no. Like, do you not look at a starting lineup before the game? So that bugs me. And then he just constantly, like, tries to predict shit. But it's like, dude, you were a very mid-aggressive linebacker.
No.
You don't know,
You're not Tony Romo.
You're not Tony Romo. Like, I hate that. And I was even telling Annie,
Tony Romo's been high-key bringing that shit back. Like
I love people hate on Tony Romo. Tony Romo's one of my favorite.
No, but they
announcers.
originally told him to stop doing it, and I swear recently, like he's been doing it again.
Dude, I love it.
I like it.
I like it when like Tom Brady. I like Tom Brady because he actually.
People hate Tom Brady as an announcer.
He's good.
I love listening to. Tom Brady as an announcer.
I want to hear people who know more than I know. You know what I'm saying? Like
I want to hear the greatest football player of all time talk about how he feels about certain things on the field. Yep. I love it.
Anyways,
sorry.
No, yeah, but fuck Jonathan Vilma. But yeah, go Buccaneers, man. That was awesome. We can get back into it. But talking point real quick before we move on. What do you think about like a woman announcer for a game? Would that?
If she was good at her job, I would not care at all. I mean, because there's announcers I don't like, but I don't dislike them.
I told Annie, I was like, I probably wouldn't like it. And she's like, that's so sexy. I was like, no, Annie, I just think most people are underqualified. And so I was like, I already think like a linebacker, like Greg Olsen, I'm like, I don't think he knows football, but like I don't think he knows football like Tony Romo or Tom Brady. I would rather hear those guys call. And I was like, let alone
you don't have to be one of the best football players ever to know about football.
Maybe you like the Colts GM dude, that girl.
Yeah, exactly.
That girl might be able to call some
If
games.
a girl was an announcer and she was actually good at her job, I would like it.
True, but I just think
I want vibes in the booth. Like I like when they brought the Hornets announcer to announce that Dolphins game a couple weeks ago. That was like my favorite announcing.
True, I just want a good quarterback in the like Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman's a great announcer.
Yeah, I like Brady too.
I like Collinsworth. Collinsworth's a pretty good announcer.
I don't hate Collinsworth. I think
he just plays into the Mahomes shit.
Yeah, I think
he
played into it a little bit, but I personally don't mind him. Like I just don't like his laugh. That's my only thing.
No, he's one of the goats for
He
sure.
is one of the goats.
All right, next game, Colts Titans.
I think this went about how everybody expected it to.
The
Jonathan
Colts
Taylor
are
with
ass.
another 3-piece.
Sorry, the Titans are ass.
I put a couple schmeckles on Colts minus 17.5, and that shit fucking hit, so that was fire. I should have put a couple more schmeckles on it. That would have been nice. But, bro, the Colts are so good. Like, the Titans suck, but holy shit, the Colts are so good.
I think the Colts have, we talked about it, just us. The Colts have a harder schedule coming up. So it's going to be real interesting to see this. I think the Titans, man, I hate that they fired their coach. Like, why don't you just.
I know. I hate that. That guy was ass.
No, I know, but they haven't looked any fucking better.
No, I do agree.
Why don't you give it this season?
No, I did jump in too early because it's like, at least let your rookie quarterback have one coach the whole entire season.
Yeah, you're just fucking up the development.
The problem is they had already passed down the play calling to the quarterback coach, and nothing changed. So if he's just going to come and be the head coach, what's going to change about firing him?
That's just how you get Baker Mayfield level situations, Baker Mayfield's coach got fired mid-rookie
I don't know
year.
the contract rules of the NFL, but maybe he has to be fired for them to start looking out at other coaching options or something like that. Maybe there's like a team benefit from firing him early that we don't know about.
That is funny.
But,
if you guys know, comment down below because that is something interesting.
I mean, at the beginning of the game, the Colts didn't play as good as I would have liked them to originally. Like the first quarter or so, I was like, they're not playing very good right now. But then Jonathan Taylor goes for a 3-piece, bro. Jonathan Taylor, like, he's going to be in the MVP conversation. He's not going to win it because
as of now, he deserves it.
I wouldn't say all that. I think
who deserves it over Mahomes?
I think Mahomes has been playing better as of lately.
Yeah, Mahomes bought out that second half.
Like,
dude.
it's kind of similar to like Saquon last year, and then the year before we had McCaffrey. Like, there's always one
but
guy
Jonathan
who
Taylor's stats are next level compared to those
I know,
guys.
but I'm saying we still have a lot of the season to go. I'm saying at the end of the season, there's always one skill player that sneaks into the conversation. They never give it to him. He's going to be that player this year. I would love nothing more than to see it go to him because, like, bro, we haven't seen a non-quarterback win it since 2012 when Adrian Peterson won the award, like, and rushed for over 2,000 yards. I would love to see it happen.
And Jonathan Taylor doesn't drink and drive.
Yeah, dude.
That we know of.
Dude, holy shit, bro. Adrian Peterson got it. I can't defend him anymore, bro. Hey, but Jonathan Taylor does have two. If you have 2 MVPs, you can do whatever you want, I guess.
Dude, Adrian Peterson has many DUIs this year as he has MVPs.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty funny.
Hey, most players can't say that. Most of them have more DUIs.
I have as many DUIs as I have MVPs.
Me too. But most players have more DUIs
rough.
than they do MVPs.
That is very true.
Shout out Jordan Addison.
So, this one, really funny game, Cowboys-Broncos. So, Annie, he's one of Annie's family members, a Cowboys fan, and they're just talking football, and he's like, man, I really think the Cowboys, I think it's our year this year, man. And, like, Annie told me that when the Broncos were whooping him. She's like, I forgot to tell you he said that. I was like,
bro, it's crazy because
so funny.
Every time I try to defend Dak, he just comes out. I have put U.S. currency on the Cowboys twice this year. One of them wasn't on the Cowboys. It was on a Dak stat line. And then this time I put money on Dallas.
And they sold both times?
The other time was against the Bears where Dak threw 2 interceptions, one of them in the red zone where I needed him to throw a touchdown. And then I put Schmeckles on Cowboys +3, and they get blown out by 22 points. Like, I knew this defense was bad, but I've hated Sean Payton's play calling all year. I'm not a Bo Nix hater, I would say, but I'm not as high on Bo Nix as I would say most people are. And, bro, he came out and played like Patrick Mahomes. Like, every quarterback has had their best game against Dallas
You
this
said
year.
I could throw for 100 yards against the Cowboys.
Well, yeah, that was a lie. You couldn't.
You don't think I could?
No, I was lying. You could not.
How many yards would I throw in a full game against the Cowboys? Bro.
Are you throwing a bunch of screens over and over again, or what's the game plan?
I mean, it's a legit game. I mean, all right, Sean McVay's my coach, and I have Sean McVay, it's our first game of the season, so we have all offseason to prepare me as the quarterback. I know I can't get hurt, so I'm not going to be playing pussy. And I know the full play call. I'm magically a genius, so my brain's smarter.
You're not throwing for 100 yards.
How many?
You might get like 40 off of screens.
I have Puka Nakua, dude.
Yeah, but Lennon, it's not just about your like
I can sling a ball decent, but I can sling a ball decent.
Lennon,
Decent.
you have to get the ball to Puka in time for 11 professional athletes to not get to the ball before Puka does.
For a screen?
Dude, they could send no pass rush and you're cooked. Honestly, just drop 11 in coverage and you're cooked.
That is very true.
You're not getting it.
That is very true.
What game were we talking about? Oh, Dallas, Denver.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did like the play calling out of Denver a lot better this game. I expected Javonte Williams after.
I know.
So after Rico Dowdle
yeah.
did what he did to Dallas and Javonte Williams said what he said about playing Denver, I literally was like, oh, Javonte Williams is about to go for 200 yards and 2 tuds, and he had a good first quarter.
They were losing all games, so
yeah,
it's hard.
He had a good
yeah,
first
it's
quarter,
hard,
bro.
yeah.
But Dak, like, every time I come out and defend Dak, because, like, there are some casual Dallas fans who are just quick to put the blame on Dak every year, and this year that has not been the case. And I've been defending that. But, dude, when you come out and play games like this, like, yeah, this is a good defense, but Pat Surtain was out most of the game. You have really good weapons on the offensive side of the ball. You should not be like I said going into this game, I picked Dallas. I said I thought their offense was going to be good enough that it didn't fucking matter how good the Broncos defense was. And clearly I was wrong because.
And the Broncos offense can keep up with their defense, too, is what's scary.
Well, I mean, any offense can keep up with Dallas at this point. I'm not. Fuck Dallas. Bro.
Is
sick of them.
George Pickens the best wide receiver, too, in the NFL?
I wouldn't say so. I think he's statistically this season as
he's making a case for it, though.
No, statistically this season he is, but I don't think he's better than T. Higgins.
Emeka Buka, I mean,
I would say he's on like the same skill level as Jordan Addison in my opinion.
Okay,
but I was high on Pickens because last year he played good receiver one football for the Steelers. Like he could be a receiver one on a lot of teams, but I think the same goes for Jordan Addison, T. Higgins, Egbuka. Egbuka's a rookie, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah,
we need to see more consistency out of him, but bro, Pickens has been balling out this year. He stepped up big time when CeeDee Lamb was out. So,
all right, the Unk versus the nephew game, I guess.
Unk
Jordan
versus the
Love,
nephew.
Aaron Rodgers, showdown. I fell asleep during this game. I woke up hell early and drove into town, so I was cooked by this game.
Jordan Love had a great game. His stat line, he threw for like 350 yards and 3 tuds,
29 for 37, 360, and 3 tuds.
What a game from Jordan Love. They had Christian Watson back. I guess Christian Watson was the secret piece all along. I don't know.
Yeah.
I took Josh Jacobs over, and what's the backup running back's name they got? Like
Emmanuel Wilson.
How many carries did he have?
11.
And how many carries did Josh Jacobs have? Like 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, like lick my balls. Lick my balls, Packers.
He hit the hot hand, dude. He only averaged 2.5
Yeah, but
yards
lick
a
my
carry.
balls, Packers. Anyways, bro, Jordan Love, I'm telling you, he's top 10. Jordan Love's top 10. No other quarterbacks doing that with that receiving core. Anyway, or not no other quarterback. I'm sorry. That is, let me take that back. That's a stretch. There's not 10 other quarterbacks in the league who are doing that with that receiving core. That's my statement. And also, the Packers' offensive line had a great game. I want to say Jordan Love got sacked maybe once. It might have been 0 times. Their offensive line played
against
great,
that-
and the
against that
Packers'
defense,
defensive
yeah.
line did good. I want to say they got to Rodgers 3 or 4 times. Steelers' offense looked okay. Bro, the Steelers are paying their defense like $180 million.
Yeah, Packers allowed 0 sacks.
The Steelers are paying their defense $180 million, and their defense just has not been good most of the season, and except when they're playing the Vikings because we're so terrible. But like this defense needs to step it up. Y'all are making the big bucks for a reason. TJ Watt doesn't even have the most sacks on his team, by the way, which is
Who
nuts.
leads the team in sacks?
I don't know.
Look it up.
I think it might be Alex Highsmith. I just saw the
It's
stat.
probably him.
I just saw the stat pop up on the game, but I know TJ Watt doesn't have the most sacks on his team, which is absolutely nuts. Could never be Myles Garrett.
Oh, yeah, he leads in sacks right now.
TJ Watt does?
He says 11.5 sacks. He does not fucking have 11.5 sacks right
whatever
now.
you're reading is literally wrong because that's not true.
Whatever. Fucking ChatGPT.
Hey, if that's not the case, well, ChatGPT also told me that the Bills' opponents have a combined winning record of 3.
Or that was, I think it was Google. Yeah, it was Google AI.
But
so.
hey, if it's not true, then whatever stat popped up at the beginning of the game lied to me. But TJ Watt has been getting shut down this year. The secondary doesn't look great.
Miles Garrett's better.
Myles Garrett's the best player in the league.
Brandon Aubrey. That's the only
I think Myles Garrett's better.
At his position than Brandon Aubrey?
Because you also got to, like, Myles Garrett's position is also 10 times harder, and he's just as good at it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Are
Myles Garrett's so
those the
good.
best two, though, at their position?
I mean, and Mahomes, obviously, but.
Those are I think yeah.
And then McCaffrey. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to like say best at position because yes, Brandon Aubrey is best.
But Brandon
at being a
Aubrey's
kicker.
so much farther as the best kicker than Myles Garrett is as the best edge.
Like you mean the gap between
Yeah.
the next best? I would agree, but I think you also have to factor in a little bit how hard the position is to play. I mean,
True. And Myles Garrett's and he's done it consistently. The only time he doesn't like get a 20 sack season is when he tries to.
I mean,
murder
he
somebody.
could win Defensive Player of the Year this year on a team that's gonna have 3 wins.
Yeah,
Like that says a lot.
But speaking of Patrick Mahomes, and shout out my parlay.
Thank God you clicked the wrong receiver, bro. Thank
Dude,
God.
that is hilarious. And I was bitching also. I did Kareem Hunt first touchdown. I was feeling it in my soul.
Yeah.
I was feeling the Kareem Hunt. And then I meant to do Debo over yards, which was 24 and a half.
And he got like 11.
He got 11. And I accidentally did Terry McLaurin. And I was like,
and Terry McLaurin balled out, bro.
I was like, God damn it.
I want to give props to Terry McLaurin, bro, because other than last year with Jaden Daniels, bro, he's been through hell with his quarterbacks. Like, I think 13 different quarterbacks have thrown Terry McLaurin a touchdown in his career, which is nuts. That is nuts. And he stuck it out with Washington. He obviously held out for the deal at the beginning of the year and then didn't even play all season and high-key robbed them. But Terry McLaurin's a great receiver. Bro, Mariota could not catch a break. Every time I looked at the screen, he was getting sacked for like 10 yards. Like, it was pretty rough. I didn't expect him to come out and play good with Mariota, especially when Kansas City's just so hot right now.
Yeah.
What's crazy? So I know earlier, a couple weeks ago, the Jets shut down trade rumors about Breece Hall. But, bro, I want to see Breece Hall on the Chiefs so bad because they need a new running back. Kareem Hunt is good on the short yardage, but Isaiah Pacheco's ass, and I want to say he got injured as well.
Yeah, dude, that knee injury was.
Yeah, and they need another running back. Breece Hall on that team would be lights out. That would be so fun to watch. But they need to make a running back trade for sure.
Yeah, with the Broncos, have the Broncos played the Chiefs yet?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, those are going to, if the Chiefs can sweep them, I mean, that's how you get the division.
I got to take this undershirt off real quick.
All right. Well, we can go ahead and get started into the games of the week. We are approaching week 9 of the NFL. Kind of sad to talk about. Thursday night, Ravens, Dolphins. I think me and Maddox are probably having the same thought is we both got Ravens unless if Lamar's out.
Even if Lamar doesn't play, I think I got
Okay, bet. So you got Ravens no matter what?
Yeah, even if Lamar doesn't play, I think I still got the Ravens, bro. I think even with how the Ravens started this season, at the end of the season, they're going to be competing for a wild card spot, in my opinion. I'm not necessarily guaranteeing they're going to get it, but there's always those teams that are in the hunt, and the Ravens will be one of them. We need Lamar to come back. He was supposed to play last game and then didn't, so I am confident he's going to be back this game. But even if he doesn't play, Tua is not going to put up back-to-back performances like that. I don't care how high the vibes are right now. Y'all are still dog shit. Derrick Henry's going to run all over y'all's defense. To be fair, I did think Bijan was going to do the same thing, but I don't know. I think the Ravens win no matter what.
Yeah, I took the Ravens. All right, let's get into the noon games. 49ers, Giants is the first game I got written down. I personally got the 49ers. I think the Giants just lost all
I have the 49ers as well. Their hope's gone after the Cam Scatterbo injury, honestly. I don't think they're going to compete with these great teams anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, Chargers, Titans, probably the easiest lock of the week.
Yeah, I do have it wouldn't honestly completely shock me if the Chargers chargered a little bit and let this game get close, but I do think the Chargers will win it.
All right, Maddox, Vikings, Lions. Who'd you end up taking?
I did take the Vikings only because I'm down so much that it really doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah.
And J.J. McCarthy's undefeated in Michigan. And, dude, if we can win this game, I'll get some hope back.
I know. I'm sorry I had to take the Lions.
You should. If I wasn't down 13 games, I would have taken
you know what's funny? I was going to take the Lions. I was like, but I can't. I'm up so much. I don't want to bullshit game pick because I thought you were going to take the Lions. But
no. I'm going to take the Vikings. If I wasn't down, if it was tied right now, I would take the Lions. But
okay.
I'm cooked anyways.
And so you might as well try to get a pick.
Exactly.
Falcons, Patriots. Who do you got?
I actually took the Falcons.
Okay.
The Falcons can't decide if they're good or not. You know, you get well, if Penix is back, I think it was a minor injury. He should be back. If Penix doesn't play, I'm never picking Kirk Cousins ever again. That was bad. But the Falcons have beaten the Bills. They've also gotten shut out by the Panthers. They beat the Vikings, which in hindsight, that wasn't a great win, but they kept up with the Buccaneers. They can't decide if they're good or not. I think this is just going to be another week to throw us off, and they're going to come out. I think they could beat New England, honestly.
I got Drake, man.
This is like a pretty weird pick for me. It's, again, I just gotta try to catch up somehow.
The Patriots are gonna win a lot of games this season, except for next week. Do your homework.
Yeah.
Next game, Colts Steelers. Who'd you go with?
I did take the Colts here.
Okay.
Dude, the Steelers defense, like I said, just hasn't been playing the way they should be. The Colts offense has been the best offense in the league by like a pretty wide margin.
Jonathan Taylor 3 touchdown guaranteed.
Yeah, I hope so, bro. That'd be fire. But yeah, the main reason I took the Falcons is any game that like could go either way, I'm probably gonna pick not the favorite because I gotta try to come back somehow.
Perfect. Broncos Texans.
Hang on.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, what's up?
Dude, I'm watching TV right now, guys. Y'all think this is a red flag. So, the guy just got dared to pick 2 girls to kiss. That isn't the girl he's coupled up with. And the girl he's coupled up with is a blonde white girl. And he chooses 2 black girls.
What's fucked up about that?
I think it's fucked up that he's Isn't it fucked up that he's kissing other girls anyways?
No, because it's a game. But do you think like that's a sign that like he's into black girls and not actually into?
Well, you can be into.
Why
black.
is that a red flag?
You can be into black.
What
He's
if he-
trying to call you racist?
No,
You can.
I'm not being
No, I
racist.
know.
That's
Listen to me, not
Well-
Lennon. You can be into black girls and still date a white girl.
My burger.
Or what if he's never hooked up with black chicks and he's
And he
like,
wants to try it out.
and there's some fine black chicks.
But your type can be black girls, and you can date a white girl.
You think?
This is my theory. I was like, he's probably never hooked up with like a black
Was
chick.
your type always white boys?
Yes.
Okay, well that doesn't work out. But you can date outside of what your type is, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is true. But it was just like I just seen that and I was like, why would he pick? I don't know.
He's definitely watching.
You're
BB.
racist,
He's
dude.
definitely watching.
Fucking black girl.
He's watching BBW's throwback on Twitter. I think BBW stands for Big Beautiful Woman, doesn't it?
Yeah, big beautiful.
Well, I meant Big Black Woman, but you know.
Hey.
Anyways, just a little sidebar there.
Broncos Texans.
I'm switching back up. I'm going with the Texans. Okay.
I got the Texans too.
Fuck. Why? Texans are at home. Like I said, I haven't been a fan of the Broncos play calling all year.
I mean, you can switch if you want.
No, because I do think the Texans will win.
I think the
and the
Texans
Texans
will win,
defense has been good. I don't think the Broncos will do anything close to what they did last week offensively against this really good defense. Now, CJ Stroud might die in this game. He might die. But I don't know. I could see the Texans generating a couple turnovers. I think this will probably be a pretty low-scoring game, but I think the Texans could come out with it.
All right. Bears Bengals. I'm curious on who you took.
I actually took the Bengals here.
Okay.
See, Caleb Williams hasn't been impressing me. This is a pretty bad defense. This could be a game for him to show out. I think the Bears will probably have 200 rushing yards once again this game, but I don't really see how they're going to slow down Jamar Chase if he's getting 23 targets. Like, I just don't think it's going to be possible. So I'm going to go with the Bengals here.
I took the Bears. I just think they have more complete of a roster, better coaching right now.
I would
that's
agree.
kinda what
I
went
think
with.
the Bengals, even though they're coming off a loss, they dropped 38 points in that loss.
True.
I don't think Caleb Williams is going to be able to put up enough points to keep up.
I hope so. Romo Nuzek needs that for my fantasy.
Hey,
All right.
I think he'll do good in fantasy. I just think they'll lose the game.
Shout out Panthers Packers. Did you go with the Panthers?
No. I went with
You
the
didn't want it that
Packers.
bad?
No.
Yeah, I went with the Packers. as
Especially
well.
if Andy Dalton's playing.
I
Because I
think-
think Bryce Young was a concussion. That's normally like
Are
he
the
could- he
Packers
could be
legit?
back.
Are the Packers?
Packers
legit?
are legit, bro. After that Steelers game, they're legit.
Have they played the Lions yet?
They beat the Lions week 1. But that was the first week where everybody was like, are the Lions even good anymore? Because the Lions played really bad.
Oh yeah, true. The Lions are probably.
I'm
gonna
excited
fuck
for
them
the
up.
next time they play. That'll be a really good
Yeah,
game.
for
But
sure.
I think the Packers are legit. They're currently at the top of the NFC, so I think they're going to get a pretty easy win here.
Lock of the week: Saints Rams. We both got Rams.
Never, dude. I picked the Saints twice this year, and both times it went so bad.
All right, Jaguars Raiders. This one's kind of interesting. I was kind of wanting to pick the Raiders just because I'm like, there's no way Brock Bowers is gonna come back. Maybe they feed him a little bit, but I ended up taking the Jaguars.
I took the
Raiders.
Raiders.
Okay,
I think
I don't think that's a bad pick.
the Jags have been winning games from
The
their
Jags might
defense.
jag.
The Jags have been winning games from their defense, kind of bailing them out all season, which they have a very good opportunity to do here against the Raiders because Geno leads the league in interceptions currently. But I'm just not bought in on this defense being good yet. I know they've consistently been good. I just feel like they're fraudulent. I don't know why. I just have a feeling the defense is fraudulent. And on top of that, Jaguars' offense is extremely
But-
fraudulent.
but Geno Smith.
But if GT gets hot,
Geno Smith.
no, I know.
But if Geno Smith just doesn't suck dick,
But Justin Fields been sucking dick, and we just watched him win a game. So
exactly.
that's what I'm saying. If Geno Smith can just play some okay football. By the way, how does Chip Kelly have a job in the NFL? I still won't get over that. I said it before the season even started that Chip Kelly should not have been in the NFL, and he is, and that's probably part of the reason the Raiders are so bad. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Raiders here. I'm probably gonna look back next week and think how stupid it was that I did that. But
I don't hate it. I think you might honestly get that one. Chiefs Bills. Who'd you go with?
I took the Chiefs.
I took the
Mainly
Chiefs
because
as
of
well.
what I talked about earlier. I feel like the Chiefs have been super hot, and the Bills have been kind of wishy-washy against actual good teams. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win here.
And Mahomes owns Fraud Allen.
But Josh Allen has been good against Mahomes in the regular season, honestly.
True.
And I honestly think the whole winning team thing won't even come into factor here because I know Josh Allen's gonna want to beat Mahomes. But bro, they've just been playing lights out the last few weeks. So I'm gonna stick with a high end, go with the
For
Chiefs.
sure. Seahawks Commanders. Does Jaden Daniels coming in change your opinion at all?
Actually, yes, because I took the Commanders.
Okay, but
If he doesn't play, fuck no.
okay.
With all the weapons back, with McLaurin being back, Seahawks secondary is a little injured. They are coming off of a bye, so probably got a little bit healthier. But I think the Commanders just need to win a little bit more bad right here, which I know the Seahawks want to win just as much. But I don't know. I just like the Commanders here for some reason, mainly because I need a win, and the Commanders are at home. That's the main reason.
I got the Seahawks, Sam Darnold. The Vikings wish they had a quarterback like Sam Darnold,
Yeah,
so
they do.
I'm rocking with Sam
No,
Darnold.
the Seahawks will probably win this game. It's kind of similar to the Falcons game. If anything is a toss-up, I'm just gonna go with what I think you're not gonna pick because I gotta do
Perfect.
something.
Cardinals Cowboys. Did you go with the Cardinals?
I did.
I went the Cowgirls.
The last 2 times I went with the Cardinals, Kyler didn't play and I switched up, so I got bailed out both those times. But coming off a bye, I think Cardinals didn't play. Coming off a bye, Kyler should be healthy. Every quarterback has looked like a god against Dallas. Kyler has not looked like a god in like 2 years. So I want to see Kyler finally have a good game. And the Cardinals are just known for playing up to their opponent's level and playing down to their opponent's level. So they're going to have probably a pretty good offense and put up a lot of points, in my opinion. So I'm going to take the Cardinals here.
I got the Cowboys. You know, they're going to win a Super Bowl this year. It's their year.
True. Well, I picked the Cowboys last week, and I don't know if I can do that again. That was pretty bad.
Honestly, the Cowboys, whatever you don't pick for them, they're going to do.
Pretty much. They're very, like, win one game, lose one game, win one game, lose. Like, they can't figure it out.
They're gonna sneak into a wild card maybe, and then
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
there's a chance.
Well, they're 3-4-1 right now, so who knows? But you want to go ahead and get into the power rankings,
Yeah.
which, by the way, guys, next week we're gonna bring you a halfway through the season full 32 team opening kickoff. Me and Maddox will do them. We used to do this every week last week. We were only doing top 10 this season, and it's basically just the math, and we average and just figure out our ones. You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
So, because the NFL is so damn weird this year and there are so many good teams, I decided to make my life a little easier. All the teams that were on buys are not included in my power ranking. So, no Seahawks, no Lions, no, there's another good team that had a buy, no Rams.
Okay.
Those are the only 3 teams that could have probably been in it that I didn't include.
Seahawks, Lions, Rams?
Seahawks, Lions, Rams are not in the power rankings because they were on bye weeks.
Wow, those are all in my power rankings.
Well, yeah, but there were so many teams that I wanted to put in that I couldn't. So, I was like, no bye weeks.
Okay.
So with that being said, number 10, I have the 49ers. They would not have been in the top 10 if those teams were.
Okay.
But I needed an extra slot, and they were the best team available that I could find. So I'm going to go with the Niners. Number 9, I have the Chargers. That was a great win against the Vikings, but I'm kind of at the point where I just think the Vikings are just kind of dog shit. So actually, I'm going to switch 8, 9 because I'm going to put the Broncos at number 9, actually.
Okay.
Because the Broncos, bro, I'm just not convinced. I'm sorry. It's going to take a lot more for me to be convinced than for you to drop 40 on Dallas and for you to come back against the Giants, who are a poverty franchise. And then number 8, I have the Chargers. We dove a little bit into that a second ago. Number 7, I have Philly. Probably could be a little bit higher, but the Giants with no Cam Scatterboo. You beat the Vikings last week, who I just said are ass. Like, the 3 teams that I just listed, Chargers beat the Vikings, Broncos beat the Cowboys, and then Eagles beat the Vikings and the Giants. So I'm just not convinced. Number 6, I have the Bills only because of what we talked about earlier. I feel like they've been beating up on bad teams and letting pretty good teams beat them this season. Number 5, I have the Bucks. Probably could have been a little bit higher, but I wanted to see the offense play better against the Saints. I think y'all's defense carried y'all.
We're hurt, man.
The defense carried y'all, which is actually a good thing to see, honestly, because if y'all's defense and offense could have one game where y'all played good at the same time, I don't see how anybody's going to compete.
When Bucky comes back, Chris Godwin comes back.
But when they come back, is the defense going to put up a performance like this? I mean, it's easy to put up a performance like that against Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck. Are y'all going to be able to consistently do it? I don't think so. Number 4, I have the Patriots. Drake May is playing some of the best football in the league right now, bro. He is balling out. I mean, you get sacked 5 times and still drop 30 points. That is absolutely mind-boggling. I need to see the offensive line play a little bit better. I mean, letting a 5 sack from one single human is a little crazy, but that human is also the fastest and the strongest pass rusher at the same time in the NFL. Number 3, I have the Packers. I do think they are legit. They've been a little lower on the league throughout the season, but I think this was the win that finally convinced me. They've been winning a little close all season. They kind of dominated the Steelers in this game. Number 2, they have a worse record than some of the teams I listed before, but I have the Chiefs, bro. They are so hot right now. They are playing perfect football, especially since Rashee Rice has been back. They have been balling out. They dominated the Raiders. They dominated the Commanders. Not the greatest teams, but before that, they were beating some pretty good teams, even without Rashee Rice. And then number 1, I have the Colts. It's not even close. No team is playing as good as the Colts right now at all.
Boom. Our lists are very, very, very different this week. Pretty interesting.
Well, it makes it easy.
Snowed from my list, which maybe might be dumb, but honestly, what you were talking about earlier, I thought about earlier, is I have the Bills not in the top 10 right now.
Damn.
I think a lot of these teams have had better wins. I think a lot of these teams could beat the Bills. So let's get into it. Number 10, I have the Seattle Seahawks. I think defensively they're really, really impressive. I think they need to give the ball to Kenneth Walker a little bit more.
Yes,
It's definitely a problem. But Sam Darnold's playing lights out. Jackson Smith and Jigba's having, a career year.
I think Kubiak got
see.
Charbonnet on his fantasy team or something.
Yeah, for sure. At number 9, I got the Rams. Stafford is literally having one of the best years of his career, which is crazy to see.
I want to see him get an MVP, bro.
I know that.
That's who I want to win it the most. Obviously, I want Baker to win it.
Yeah, but Stafford.
Baker has more chances to get it. Like, I want Stafford to get one before he's gone.
That'd be awesome. He's playing great football, and Puka Nacua is coming back. So, number 8, I got the Lions, which is probably a little low, but Honestly, I'm just a Lions hater. Fuck the Lions. They beat us.
You're still salty.
I'm still salty. Number 7. Honestly, I guess
That's pretty real.
Number 7, I got the Chiefs. Like you said, yeah, they're just playing fucking damn good football right now. Number 6, I got the New England Patriots. I'm really, really impressed with Drake May. I'm really impressed with Mike Vrabel. I'm a Mike Vrabel guy. We're Mike Vrabel's guy, we would say. Tennessee should have never fired him. That was so dumb. At number 5, I got the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know. I'm kind of wishy-washy on them. I think they could easily make a Super Bowl run, but also I think they could easily like lose 4 in a row.
I need to see them beat a really good team in not the shittiest way possible. That's what I need to see. I need them to beat a team like the Rams without blocking a game-winning field goal. Right. That's what I need to see.
At number 4, I have your favorite team, the Denver Broncos. I don't know why
I'm a Broncos hater.
It is funny. What's funny is
I don't like Sean Payton. I think that's what.
Yeah.
It is.
What's funny is I have the Broncos losing this week. So if the Broncos win this week, I mean that's just proving my power rankings right. But I think they've had good wins and they've had comeback wins and they're playing good football. At number 3, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I finally had to move us from the 2 spot because I do think Packers deserve it. The Packers had a really fucking good
Jordan
win
Love
last
top
night.
10?
He might be top 10. He might be top 10.
Hell yeah.
We might think about it. But number 1, it's not even a fucking doubt, dude.
Yeah, it's not a
The
doubt.
Colts are fucking good as fuck, dude. Daniel Jones is good. Jonathan Taylor's insane.
He's the best running back in the league right now, easily.
This is what y'all need to do. Take a mortgage out on your house. Take that, whatever your house is, $250,000.
Put it on
the Colts.
Anytime touchdown.
No, just put it on the Colts, period. And it doesn't matter if you only win like $10 from your $250,000. Lock it. It's a lock every time.
Or Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown.
Yeah, that's fucking lock too, dude.
I'm pretty sure his anytime touchdown line last week was like one of the lowest of all time.
That's crazy. Because they feed him.
And he was playing against
That's
the
what
Titans.
we remember talking about, like the Taysom Hill thing. It was like, if like Anthony Richardson, they use him as like a goal line Taysom Hill thing. Why would they need to if they have Jonathan
literally
Taylor?
don't need
You know
to.
what I'm saying?
Honestly, I want to see them just stat pad him intentionally just to get him an MVP. Like, I don't care if you're winning by 40 and you're on the 1. Bring him back in and let him get a touch. Just stat pad and get him the MVP, bro. I want to see it.
Fuck yeah, I'm fully there.
I think that's all I got for this week. I forgot to do my locks of the week with the game spreads, but
dang, I should have given my lock of the week.
Unless you want me to look at the game spreads and come up with a few.
Yeah, good. Pull it up.
Alrighty.
And I'll come up with one lock of the week too.
All right, I'll do like 3 probably. Let's see here. Wait, let's talk about how I did last week. So, I said Dolphins +7. That one hit. Ravens -6.5. That one hit. However, I did say I only liked that if Lamar was playing, but it did hit anyways. So
Miami +7.5 is my lock of the week.
I took Panthers +7.5. That did not hit. So I went 2 for 2.
Miami
week.
+7.5 is my.
I went 2 for 2 last week, but the 2 I missed were like atrocious. So, hey,
did you hear mine?
You said Dolphins +7.5
against Ravens. That's my lock.
Let's see here. I don't like that.
Should I put my full?
So the
money
Bears are actually favorites against the Bengals.
Ooh, that's interesting.
The Broncos are favorites over the Texans, but these are all very small margin. Oh, never mind. I misread that. The Colts are only 3.5 points favorites. So my first one's going to be Colts -3.5. Then I'm going to take San Fran -2.5 against the Giants. And then, oh my God, the Lions are 10-point favorites against us.
That's crazy.
And then
that's a lock. Lock of the week, Lions -10.
No. And then I'd probably go with, for the last one, I'm going to take, that's not even I'm just going to say it. Raiders +3.5. It's not a lock, but I think it's going to happen, so I'm going to put it in there. So, what were the other teams I said? I said Niners -2.5. The one I just said, and then, which one was it that I just said? Oh, it was Colts -3.5 against the Steelers. Those are my picks.
That's
for
a
the
good
week.
lock. I like it.
Put all your money on it. Trust me.
Hammer it.
Don't
All right.
hammer it.
We'll see y'all next week.
Deuces.